Emocje dłuższego telewizjonnej rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na blogosphere. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Allison Hayslip. Olivia is on assignment in some...
Hold on, I don't know if they heard that. I'm Kevin Pereira, and my mic is now on. You guys got it?
This is live.
This is a great ploy.
Is
that all I have to do to get this close? Just shut my mic off? Like,
we're
really?
We're gonna do the whole show like this today.
All right, well, let's do it.
All right.
We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios. I gotta go to my camera.
Okay, here we go. Keep talking.
On the show today, the shake weight. If there's a woman in your life that's self-conscious about her flabby arms, buy her the shake weight. You're gonna see jerking, tugging, and all kinds of exercising and around the net. And then we have even more from Comic-Con today. We're taking a look at the movies of the future when we meet the cast of Extract, Zombieland in 2012. That's right, infidelity, zombies, a Mayan apocalypse. We cover it all.
That's huge.
And we're talking to boob mics.
That is huge. Plus, it's Stevie Doozay, and Chris Gore is here with the complete Battlestar Galactica box set. Yes. As well as new releases, Angel of Death and Green Lantern. And we'll have Warehouse 13's Allison Scaglione.
Yeah.
Live in studio. She's awesome. She's adorable.
Yes.
And now you'll finally know the answer to that burning question. Does the government organize, or maybe it'll get asked on air?
And careful, boys, because she's taken.
I can't remember the last time I used the Dewey Decimal System.
She doesn't even know who I am.
She doesn't at all. Rundown!
Nettles! In at number 5 today, we have a clip from a recent European booby parade.
Booby parade. Yeah, it proves there's only one winner at a beauty pageant. Gravity.
Jan Kraus.
That makes me very happy that we don't have open pits on our set.
No, we find other ways to hurt ourselves around here.
That's true.
You guys want to get some baby oil and some garbage bags for later? Jan Kraus, and then release loves. I just wanted to see doves come out like it was a magic trick. That was awesome. It's nice to know that no matter how bad, like, my day might be going, there's a host that, like, sucks worse at their job.
That's true.
I find solace in that.
Yeah, I mean, usually there's dozens of losers at a beauty pageant, so it's nice to see the host joining in on the losing.
Aww.
Good job.
Jan Kraus.
Number 4.
All new.
Batman.
Spider-Man.
1 is for peanut blubber. 2 is for tuba. 3 is for... Where did 3 go? I don't know why I like it so much. Batman. Spider-Man. Do you remember that 3 is your house? 1 for peanuts, 2 for tubas, 3 for house.
Those are like the kids shows I'm gonna treat that like Sesame Street for my kids.
Yeah. Seriously.
Like I'm gonna tell them this is how you learn to count. And I'm gonna 2 for tuba.
I think I was like,
I know that the lazy drag across the carpet is amazing, but like we love it now. It won't be as fun when the Batman, Spider-Man movie stars Jim Carrey in both roles. But until that time, we can love it.
Batman.
Spider-Man. Today's number 3 item is a very new and exciting exercise product for the ladies.
Yep, and you know it's gonna work because this video tells you they did scientific studies.
Ooh, where?
At a prestigious California university.
Oh, okay.
USC, Fullerton, UCLA, probably not any of them. If you want people to stop talking about your arm flab, the shake weight is for you.
People will start saying other things about you, though, so just be careful with that.
Big, heavy exercise machines are designed to create bulky muscles. Now, you can get the long, lean, defined look you want. Introducing the Shake Weight, designed specifically for women. The Shake Weight is based on a completely new workout technology called dynamic inertia, which ignites the muscles in your arms, shoulders, and chest so you feel them tightening and toning instantly. In just 6 minutes a day, the Shake Weight defines your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders, and chest. You get long, lean, toned muscles, never bulky. Get the revolutionary, easy-to-use Shake Weight for only $19.95.
The one who was like bouncing off that one girl's chin. That was so bad.
That was horrible. That was, like,
Take it back. I don't want to be in television. Sorry. It's a little repression.
I don't know what I think about that video. I'm kind of upset by it.
But you want to order two?
Obviously, for both arms.
You're shaking both. So good.
I couldn't handle that.
So good.
I mean, a lot of people spend money on exercise machines that they don't really need.
Screw that. Yes, that particular exercise can be done around the house for free. I'm just saying, do it all the time. And
You do?
thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, ew.
Doing just
no,
fine.
Ew.
It's
ew.
way cheaper than a gym membership, and you don't have to wait for the machine.
Okay, ew.
It's fine. And since
Get it?
I'm the only one using it, I never have to wipe down the equipment. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you let it ride.
Stop! I can't listen to you talk like that.
But you're smiling.
Don't touch me with those
Ripped in the
hands.
right arm. That's it.
Did you grow hair on your palms?
Kind of. It's hard to see them these days, though.
Because you're blind. I
Thank
get
you.
it. I get it. All right, today's
Two is
number
for tuba.
For tuba. It's what we in the around the net business call a slow burner.
Yes, this sketch is about a young couple having their first baby. It's a glorious thing, right?
It is. And here's what we first came across.
I think we were more prepared than most couples our age.
And we owe it all to Dodger.
Yeah, we do. Come here, Dodger. Having a dog totally prepared us for having a baby.
It was just like having a baby before we had our baby.
You get used to the demands of taking care of another living creature.
Yeah, it's not about you anymore.
So by the time you've got a baby, you know exactly what to do.
Okay, all right, now normally we would, yeah, exactly. Meh at best.
Meh.
And we would have made fun of the video and turned it off or whatever. For some reason, though, we just kept watching just for a few more seconds and,
Yeah. And those few awful first moments completely turn themselves around.
yes.
Hey, off the furniture. Off the furniture!
Of course, anytime, you know. And I'll tell you this right now. It is so hard to not play with our baby 24/7. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you want to play catch with somebody? Why don't you play catch with me, you big tough idiot? Hey, watch it, lady.
Baby humping.
Although it's like, it probably just smells the other babies on your leg.
Yeah.
But that sketch went from boring, unfunny fake documentary to smacking a baby off a couch with a newspaper, and for that, we commend it.
You do.
Well done.
I'm actually kind of surprised there aren't already a hitting babies off the couch channel on YouTube.
Oh!
Because the internet is so terrible. It is.
I should know. I'm saying that's a great idea. We should make that channel immediately. I would subscribe. We can put it in the WTF.
You would be the person to create that channel.
I will smack a baby. If you get me an infant and a couch and a magazine by the end of the show, I will hit that baby.
Vinny, you keep your wife away from him.
That one's still in the womb. I'll hit it anyways.
enough.
Get her out here. Get her out. I will smack that baby.
All right, still
That'd be the weirdest
number
game show
one
ever.
around the net.
It's William Shatner. He's engaging a mountain. And some sexy talk. It's up next. I'm telling you, that would be an awesome,
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Freestyle Releasing's The Collector. In theaters, July 31st.
Coming in at number one. This actually comes to us from two of the most interesting figures around. William Shatner.
Woo!
It's okay to love him. and the band Fall on Your Sword, who add their infectious techno-funk to Trek footage in their mashups. You gotta love them, huh? You like that infectious techno-funk? It spreads like a fun disease.
I do
It's a real fun disease.
Yeah, here the two join forces to highlight some of the more interesting aspects of Shatner's opening monologue from what many sci-fi fans consider to be the worst Trek movie ever, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? To hug the mountain. To envelop that mountain. Hug the mountain. To envelop that mountain. Hug the mountain. That mountain. That mountain. He wants to make love to the mountain. Tough young guys, sinewy bodies, fingers, teeny toes, challenged rock, challenging death. Why do I climb the mountain? Because I'm in love.
Good.
That's one of those songs that you dance to totally deadpan.
That's when you
just go.
Just get it in. But it's not unusual though. The video. I mean, the song's great. Video's not unusual. I've seen far, far worse than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Well, no. In fact, if I remember correctly, the Shat's opening monologue in that movie had a real-life video tie-in. I think.
It did?
No, I am remembering correctly because I have it right here. Oddly enough, I brought it today, so I got it.
VHS.
Right there. Yeah, it's good to go. Do you want to pop this bad boy in? Let's pretend it's a rainy day in PE class. Let's just pop it in the old AOTS AV cart and get it going, huh? Let's see what we got here. Let me just get that in there. Let me just tweak the tracking.
Our federally protected lands allow our wilderness to be enjoyed and preserved for future generations. Sure, you can donate money or volunteer to show your appreciation, but did you know there's a better way to show your love? Hi, I'm Bill Shatner, and if you're like me, you've seen the towering masculine heights of Mount Whitney, the seductive mounds of the Tetons, and the protective glaciers of Mount Rainier. And you've probably wanted to make passionate love to them. Now you can, with William Shatner's Sex Hikes.
Sex Hikes.
My personalized guide to our public lands will show you how to meet, romance, and ultimately lay our nation's sexiest mountains. You'll learn how to beat our most prominent peaks and show them you're interested with some light humping. You'll get ideas on how to entertain your mountain friend, like going to see an IMAX movie. And finally, you'll be amazed by my comprehensive and detailed guide to sexual positions, including the rock climber, the peak bagger, and the stick your penis in a cave and it. That's William Shatner's Sex Hikes.
Sex Hikes. Sex Hikes.
Ask for it at your local video store, or send me cash directly in the mail.
Yeah.
You got it? They work a little slower than DVD players.
Thank you.
Well, I never want to go outside again.
Yep.
Ever.
Let's get your daily viral fix and check out all the viral videos we have to offer. Go to the all-new G4TV.com/AroundTheNet.
I'm disturbed.
Yeah.
There's even more Comic-Con to digest. Yeah! I know you missed it. Let's take a look at some of the biggest movies from San Diego, like Extract, Zombieland, and the disaster porn movie 2012.
Each year, movie studios flood Comic-Con in the hopes of launching the next cult classic or giant-sized blockbuster. Let me show them to you. Armageddonist, the wait is over. The biggest end-of-time movie ever made is upon us, courtesy of the master of disaster himself, Roland Emmerich.
So how does the end of the world come in this film?
Fast.
What do we get to see blown up? What do we get to see destroyed?
Yeah, well, it's not only destroyed. It's like a tireless race of somebody who finds out by coincidence. He goes pretty much through all these disasters trying to save his family.
No matter what happens, we'll all stay together.
And then on the other hand, it's the story of the people who know that, like, kind of the only way to survive this catastrophe is by building arcs. and that do it in secret. And that's the clash between these two storylines which makes the movie.
On the lighter side of Comic-Con comes Extract, a comedy about a factory manager struggling with his ho-hum life and his cheating wife.
Tell me a little bit about what it's about. I know it's been compared to Office Space, and we know Mike Judge's style, so I'm sure we can kind of know what to expect a little bit, but what's the storyline?
The storyline is basically about a bunch of people in a small town with sort of small town basic problems, and one guy, my character, finally decides to be somewhat proactive and try to fix some of these problems, and of course he's inept at doing that.
Damn. She work here?
Yeah, she's a temp.
She's a tramp?
Temp.
What kind of humor are we seeing? Is it situational? How much of it was improv?
There wasn't a whole lot of improving in this. He didn't really need to. I mean, he really did all the hard work before we showed up on the set by writing a really good script.
Situational. It's just like real people set in a very funny environment.
So Mike Judge is like the king of cult phenomenon. What is it about his style that resonates with audiences so well?
He's a guy that doesn't lean into any jokes, and I think the audience appreciates that.
If I don't get home before 8, she puts on the sweatpants.
Hi.
On?
Well, I hear there's a lot of lookalikes running around
Me
for
too.
you, so...
I know, I haven't seen him. I have to go down there. I want to find him.
Only at Comic-Con will you find that.
And it just wouldn't be Comic-Con without Zombieland, a flesh-eating, pus-and-blood horror comedy about the Walking Dead.
Welcome to Zombieland.
Why is horror and comedy such a winning combination?
I think people like to laugh, and I think people like to get scared, and it's a very similar response. Like, there's some sort of tension built, and it can be released with the laugh, or it can be released with the scare.
Gotta enjoy the little things.
What are you doing in Zombieland to take it up a notch?
We have fast zombies. They're super ferocious and scary and puking and vomit and pus and pretty disgusting.
The director, Ruben Fleischer, would let us improvise, sometimes for 20 minutes at a time. It was like the most fun I've ever had, and he's hysterical. You guys want some Puro? Yes.
Yeah. So is Woody going to be like our next Bruce Campbell?
Well, he's Woody Harrelson.
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
Well, there's the lineup. Infidelity, zombies, the end of the world. Comic-Con, I think you need therapy.
So maybe you're still recovering from catching the nerd flu at Comic-Con. All you do is want to, like, curl up with a couple of good movies. Well, thankfully, DV Tuesday is here to help. Welcome back, Film Expert Chris Gore!
I'm here.
How are you, sir?
We both survived Comic-Con.
Barely, barely. You were a celeb and a half down there, so I saw you elbowing hot women down the streets.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I think it made it online, some of it.
Oh, well, good, good.
Little bit.
We'll keep a look. Is it going to be in our, like, epic fail, or is that going to be in a break moments? Where would your footage from Comic-Con
I was trying for epic fail, and I think I succeeded.
Wow, well done.
I've learned this in life. If you try to fail, you will succeed.
You will succeed, yes. Well, let's not fail at some DVD recommendations.
Yes.
Let's give them some good ones. Let's start off with Battlestar Galactica, the complete series.
It's the complete series on Blu-ray.
Look at that thing.
Comes with a Cylon.
Yeah,
the Cylon action figure, which is great.
All right, so cool. It's a giant set. You're not buying this unless you're already a fan of Galactica, though.
Absolutely.
And if you are, you probably already own the series on DVD or Blu-ray, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what do we get here that is supposed to be worth it, other than the Cylon action figure?
Well, first of all, this is the best it's ever looked on Blu-ray. I mean, it's incredible looking, and there's some extras on it in terms of like the history of the characters. If you've been following the show, it can get a little confusing. A
little bit.
When you're trying to explain to people what it's about. So there are those kinds of extras on it. There's a BD Live thing, which sounds better than it is, but you can interact with other fans and whatnot on it. So I happen to like it, and of course, the commentary, which I always love.
Oh, that's cool. So do you ever use those BD Live features?
One time with The Dark Knight, which was a lot of fun.
What was that feature?
I was Chris Nolan actually chatting with the
you.
audience.
Okay, so this one, though, you're just like, it's like an abstinent support group, unless someone from Battlestar is in the chat room with you to actually talk about a feature.
Precisely.
Okay,
precisely. One of those kind of things.
Comes with an action figure. Anything else that's come with this box set?
It's everything. I mean, if this is the ultimate, I mean, you don't need to buy it again, which is good for once.
So should we buy this one, though?
For me, yes. I mean, it's everything you want. You don't have to. In fact, we need a new classification. In the history of DVD Tuesday, we've had buy, rent, pass. We need trade up. This is a trade up, which is sort of an extra buy. Trade up.
Straight on up for that.
Give the standard def version to your little brother.
All right, very cool. What's our next DVD this week?
Oh, this is great. Green Lantern First Flight.
Okay, what's Green Lantern First Flight? I know that there's tons of buzz at Comic-Con about Green Lantern, about the new movie that's in pre-production right now. Animated series. Is this going to get us hyped for this? Is this going to get us excited for the character?
That's exactly what this is supposed to do, is to kind of explain it to more mainstream audiences who haven't heard of Green Lantern. He's sort of more of a cult fringe comic hero. Exactly why he's cool. Why Hal Jordan is the man with the ring. He's a dude like myself who wears rings but kind of can pull it off. I can pull it off, so can Hal Jordan.
Okay.
Look, I really like it's his whole origin story, and his, you learn about his nemesis Sinestro, which is fantastic.
All right, and extra-wise, what's on the disc?
There's an incredible behind the scenes of the character where you get this whole history. I really like on these behind the scenes on these DC animations where they actually take the comic book history of the character very seriously. And there's tons of extras with that, like these behind the scenes documentaries just showing the whole history of Green Lantern.
No rings and how to work them series? For tips for guys like myself who can't pull off the ring look?
No, nothing about the technology of the ring.
Okay, what's the bottom line then with the...
Bottom line on that is definitely a buy, and if you're excited about the new movie, this is going to get you pumped.
Okay. What else is hitting shelves this week? I know there's this Angel of Death thing.
Angel of Death, which was basically a web series, right? So this is sort of the collection of all of that.
Okay, I know nothing about Angel of Death, so please enlighten me here.
Well, Zoe Bell is in it. She's kind of, I guess the best way to describe it is she's kind of like a female Bourne, Jason Bourne.
Not bad with that.
I mean, you put her in any situation and she'll kill you. She's an assassin. It's a lot like Alias in a way, but a much grittier, harder-edged Alias. And in fact, this is one of my favorite scenes where she's handcuffed and still kicking this guy's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Not bad.
All that good stuff.
But I hear web series and I go, okay, that's probably all you're getting. I mean, do they have extra special features or anything like that? Any behind the scenes and how they do it?
There's behind the scenes, but there's also this really, really interesting thing about like tips for an assassin, which I thought was very funny. Like all kinds of different tips from, disguises to killing people, but actually done with a sense of humor.
Oh, good. So how to look hot in handcuffs and manhandle dudes in a stairwell.
Correct.
Got to have that for next year's Comic-Con. What's the bottom line here?
Bottom line, that Rent It. Definitely check it out.
Okay. All right.
Worth seeing.
Angel of Death is a rent, and I know we have barely some time for a quick pick here. What do we got?
Well, of course, a classic. This is Spinal Tap. And on Blu-ray, you got to get it. One that you cannot miss.
I'm told that the blacks have never looked blacker.
Oh, they look so good on this Blu-ray.
Did they drum up? Because I know like the band got back together. They were, writing some music again. Are there extra new features or anything like that have been updated for the Blu-ray?
All kinds of good stuff.
All right.
It's what we love about the Blu-ray. You don't need to get it again.
All right. I can't wait to chat with other Spinal Tap fans. Trade up for it. Chris, thank you so much,
Thanks
sir.
A lot.
Appreciate
it. Cool.
You guys visit filmthreat.com for even more movie info. Right now, let's go over to our very own star, Sapphire. Allison.
Thanks, Kev. Still ahead, behold a fetish that's sure to throw your back out. It's shoulder riding, and it gives a whole new meaning to the phrase pony party in WTF. And later, the lovely Allison Scagliotti from the Sci-Fi Channel's Warehouse 13 stops by live in our studio to tell us what's really hidden in Area 51. We're guessing it's probably the Ark of the Covenant, but who knows?
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Geek Goddess. Hamle ke show.
Look at this technique already being displayed.
Yeah, Donna
that
is in rare form today. This is unprecedented!
This is the first time
this is not happening!
in the Olympics.
Reversal!
Oh my God.
From Lapcat. I have cat hair on my jeans. Hey, everybody, we're live! Yeah!
And that sense of calm and well-being spreading over me, it must mean that Kristen Adams is here.
Oh, Catums.
It's because I have powers and you're
so
under
nice.
them.
It's so nice.
You just don't know it.
I thought you were just force choking me.
All right, thanks, guys. Right now it's time to start the feed. For the next 3 minutes, you're under my powers. It's Tuesday, July 28th, and here are your top stories. Is Apple turning into a nerd bully? First, the company blocked the Palm Pre's ability to sync with iTunes, and now they've banned Google Voice from the App Store. What? Yesterday, TechCrunch reported that Apple had quietly pulled all applications using Google Voice from the App Store to the dismay of thousands of customers. Apple claims that the apps, quote, duplicate features that come with the iPhone. Yeah, except for the Google Voice feature that allows you to send free SMS messages and get cheap long distance using the Google Voice line. It seems clear that much of the ban is designed to keep the iPhone's carrier AT&T happy. Will the angry internet outcry force Apple to backpedal? We're going to keep you informed. It looks like a telephonic smackdown is brewing between Verizon and AT&T. In ads, Verizon claims to be America's best and most reliable 3G network, an assertion that AT&T says is false. AT&T has filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, and now Verizon is going to court to prove that their claims are true. Adding fuel to the fire, today Verizon's policy blog editor posted a picture of a signal-boosting Verizon truck on Twitter with the caption, "This is what USA's most reliable wireless network sends before a conference." Considering last weekend most iPhone-using Comic-Con attendees were unable to tweet from the convention floor when AT&T's service went down. That is what we in the business call a zang. 13 major movie companies, including Sony, Warner Brothers, and Disney, are going after the Pirate Bay. Again, even though the founders of the file-sharing site have already been sentenced to 1 year in prison for linking to torrent files of copyright-protected music, they now face the combined forces of Hollywood looking to force the site's ISP to shut down the Bay once and for all. This new lawsuit may also make it impossible for the Pirate Bay's founders to profit from the impending sale of the site to a publicly held company. What's the matter, Hollywood? Did you run out of lonely old ladies to sue? And finally, the Guinness Book of World Records has anointed Doctor Who as the most successful sci-fi TV series of all time. To which we say, what? Have you ever heard of Star Trek? Anyway, the Guinness folks say that the longevity of Doctor Who, which first aired in 1963, was a major factor, even though Stargate is technically the longest-running consecutive sci-fi series. Seriously, though, Stargate has been on TV for 10 years running. All this is enough to make fanboys' heads explode. But at the end of the day, the sci-fi series about a scarf wearer who travels in time using a phone booth is the show that gets the world record. An Irish group gives the award to a BBC show? I smell conspiracy. I say recount! I'm Kristen Adams, and you've just been fed.
Fired up!
Back to you guys, Kevin and Allison.
Thank you, Kristen.
Kristen, that was like the most awesome feed ever.
That was awesome. You startled yourself with the power of your own zang. Just zang. Whoa, I'm sorry. I better be careful with those.
Zing! Ooh, that was awesome. Well, I am happy.
I am too. Speaking of which, it's time to talk fetishes.
Oh, God.
No, I mean, really, this is a legitimate transition, I promise.
Okay, hold on, Kevin. This is my first time introducing and watching a WTF segment, so I'm already a little freaked out.
No, don't
prepare myself for this.
Relax, don't worry. This fetish isn't that bad.
It's not.
No, it is. Roll it.
What the? The piggyback ride. A classic position that brings joy to playful couples everywhere. But on the outskirts of the internet, there's a stranger side to this seemingly innocent pastime. It's called shoulder riding. And no, that's not a term of endearment. But seriously, what the Shoulder riding is a communal fetish where people get together and willingly ride on each other's shoulders. It was inspired by the practices of sadomasochists who would punish their S&M slaves by forcing them to carry them around on their backs or shoulders. Shoulder riding is closely related to the jodhpur fetish, which is for people who like to literally be treated like ponies, spanked, mounted, and ridden. Psychologically speaking, an enthusiast of shoulder riding finds joy in animalistic behavior. The idea of being controlled by someone physically weighing them down connects them with a sense of animal ownership, similar to practicing S&M. In Germany, however, things are different. The roles are reversed and the enthusiast is the one doing the riding. Whether it's on the streets of Munich or a lush hill in the city of Hamburg, the Germans are always looking for the shoulders to ride on. Online, these videos have become rampant, with dozens of community websites and forums like ultimateshoulderrides.com. There's even a shoulder riding club where members share casual ride pics from the beach, concerts, and Chuck Norris. Well, Walker Texas Ranger. We had no idea you were into that. On YouTube, of course, there are several channels for this fetish as well. In fact, one user prefers riding on older men, shirtless, while others simply enjoy getting sat on. Yeah. So if you thought the piggyback ride was nothing but good, clean, wholesome fun, well, think again. This harmless act can easily lead to shoulder riding. And we're not saying that's a bad thing. No. We're just saying, what the f***?
You know, as far as German fetishes go, that one's really not all that bad.
Yeah. Just wait until I show you some like Black Forest Lederhosen liquors, because that'll change your life.
Please don't. Please don't ever show me that.
Okay, I won't.
Thank you.
This August, X-Play lets the fans pick the winners in our video game awards show. It's G4ia 2009. And this year's categories include Game of the Year, Most Original Game, and so many more. Don't
miss X-Play presents G4ia 2009, August 5th. Voting presented by Verizon Wireless. Text your vote to Verizon Wireless or go to the all-new G4TV.com/vote. I wonder who's going to win Best Kiss this year.
Oh.
Is there kissing in video games?
Yeah. Well, I paused the Bayonetta beta and made out with my plasma. Stay tuned, everybody. Mysteries will be revealed when Allison Scagliotti from Sci-Fi Channel's Warehouse 13 visits our studio and our hearts.
The feed is brought to you by Gillette Fusion, Gillette's closest, most comfortable shave. Jumping a BMX from ramp to ramp? Piece of cake. So what happens next? Does he stick the landing? Does his bike break in half when he lands? Or does he fail the landing altogether? Find out what happens after the break.
What happens next?
Jumping a BMX from ramp to ramp? Piece of cake. So what happens next? Does he stick the landing? Does his bike break in half when he lands? Or does he fail the landing altogether? I think his sponsor has some explaining to do.
Warehouse 13 is a new series on the Sci-Fi Channel about a top-secret government facility that houses supernatural artifacts. And, you know, a place like that should be pretty hard to break into unless, of course, you're some kind of, I don't know, tech genius. With us today, Warehouse 13's Allison Scagliotti. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. How was, well, first of all, congrats on Warehouse 13.
Thank you.
Congrats on making it to the Cookie Monster chair.
Oh, wow.
The Comic-Con experience for you must have been pure insanity.
I was completely overwhelmed. Like, I was briefed by my nerd friends who were,
Right.
like, just cool enough not to go this year. Like, I got that, well, the Q&As are going to be like, in scene 24, I was wondering, like, what your motivation was. I didn't get any of that.
No.
Which was kind of, I missed out.
Did they go
on
straight
that.
to just bawling incessantly and asking you to follow them on Twitter?
They wanted to know if the ferret was going to make any more appearances on the show, to which I could only say, guys, I replaced the ferret. Come on.
When you arrived, Sci-Fi kind of branded the, at least at the Hard Rock Hotel, they branded like the cafe. It was like the Sci-Fi Cafe. Was there a cardboard cutout of you chilling at the
Sadly,
cafe?
no.
Did you hang out with the cardboard cutouts of your co-stars then?
I watched Eddie get inappropriate with Joanne's cutout. And then I made out with Eddie's cutout.
Oh.
So it was good.
Okay,
It was
well,
a
good. So it was a
productive
successful
Friday evening.
Comic-Con.
Absolutely.
How were the fans, though? Because, I mean, you said yes, they asked about the ferret, but, like, did they... I mean, is it creepy for you? I don't know what the experience is like for a cute girl at Comic-Con exactly.
Season
I mean,
one,
I can dream.
It was
but...
not creepy for me thus far. You probably would have been the only creeper if we would have
Absolutely, yeah.
crossed paths on the convention
Absolutely.
floor. That's right.
Speaking of which, tonight's the... So tonight's the big premiere episode. What are the plans? I mean, you got to be pulling out all the stops. Did you pulling people and telling them to TiVo your show so you guys can watch it together this weekend or something? Like, aren't you? You don't have a big party planned?
I'm running the Facebook and Twitter interference, and then calling my dad. Oh, did I tell you I'm on tonight? Yeah. Well, I mean, The hospital's watching? Okay, good.
So okay, Facebook, Twitter. You play a techno whiz on the show. Are you well connected in reality?
I wish I could say I shared Claudia's, techie expertise, but I'm kind of a low tech Sally. I mean, if Claudia's a PC, I'm a Mac. Like, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a Mac these days. I actually don't mind that. I'm like, actually, I think the Macs are cooler these days. But
They're definitely more chic. They've got the geek chic thing.
But you're running around vlogging your co-stars and your table reads with a flip camera, so you're at least connected to some extent.
I have to say, I loved the flip camera so much, like I had to buy one before my recent trip to Hawaii. Hey now, learn how to surf in Honolulu. I'm working on being your dream girl.
Nice. Well played. Well played. What are you tweeting these days? Because I know you have an account.
It's mostly updates on the show and, building up as much hype as possible to get viewership.
And super important updates like grabbing a smoothie before the car gets me to bring me to Attack of the Show.
You're not going to sass me for that,
that was not a sass. That was a tweet you made before you got here.
That was a message to stay healthy to all my younger fans out there. Making good choices about what we put in our bodies.
What was your smoothie?
It was called a Venice Burner. 17 grams of protein.
Wow, you know exactly the amount of protein that goes into your Venice Burner.
Oh, I know all about it.
Well done. We asked our viewers to actually send us some Twitter questions.
Bring it.
I haven't read them yet, so I apologize in advance, but let's do it.
Procrastinate.
Pitboy3000 wants to know, what is your favorite gadget you've used on the show and why?
Okay, this is cool. Like, Claudia gets to really mess around with sort of building her own stuff in the warehouse, and Claudia found this old Bell and Howell film projector and repurposed it to be like a 3D hologram projector that could take cell phone camera images and you have a total 3D image
full-on
right
3D
there
projection.
Yeah,
Wolf Blitzer, Will.i.am projected right in front of you.
Exactly, the CNN magic screen from a film projector to help with investigating crime scenes and stuff.
And I was waiting for you, and we brought it here, and it works. But no, it's just your favorite. Yeah. All right, Allison, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks,
next time,
dude.
please bring some props.
I know,
and let's
right?
Get out the remote handcuffs and the whatever else we can bring.
They're all in the warehouse. Top secret.
Warehouse 13. It's on tonight. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And throw a giant party.
I will.
Because you have to.
Thank you for having me.
Check out Warehouse 13 right now. Let's go over to Allison K-Slip, that is.
We're both named Allison, and we both drink smoothies. Besties! All right, if you're trying to add a bit more style into your driving experience, then sit down, buckle up, and attack this. Now, the 60s were a notoriously stylish decade, so it makes sense that the 1968 Manta Concepts' middle name is Style. This sweet sportster fondly reminds us of something Roger Moore would drive as James Bond. But if we really wanted to get behind the wheel, we'd have to ride bitch. Yep, that's right. A center-mounted steering wheel doesn't make this interior look very tough, but the V12 engine and racing chassis hoped to make up for it. Unfortunately, the Manta never made it into production after they lost the concept. Seriously, they lost it. Speaking of spy cars, CarScoop recently snagged some footage of the Citroën GT supercar concept cruising around London. Originally designed only to drive on the virtual streets of Gran Turismo, the Citroën GT apparently made its way into the real world, causing PlayStation fanboys' jaws to drop. The specs on this supercar haven't been released, but if it's anything like its Gran Turismo counterpart, it'll be fast. Here's hoping the Citroën GT doesn't show car damage like its virtual brethren. Next up is a car that aims to do some good. You'll just have to wait till the year 2057 to get it. Dubbed the Toyota Biomobile, this concept uses its nano laser wheels to convert pollution into power. The car is also designed to have structural adaptations which ensure that the futuristic urban landscape, whatever it may be, will be no problem for the Biomobile. Despite none of this technology existing yet, we like knowing that the banana peel we tossed onto the highway may someday become someone's fuel. It feels good to help. Last up is a concept that doesn't even resemble a car. Meet the part street luge, part insect mobile, Mazda Monari RX. Now, this purely conceptual future vehicle is the perfect method of transportation for any aspiring supervillain. The Montanari is designed to metabolically ingest the rider on all sides and blast them from point A to point B in a reclined position. Now, as far as we can tell, this thing doesn't have a windshield or wheels, but it does have fangs. What? Make your commuter car a part of you with this never-in-your-lifetime vehicle. Head on over to the all-new G4TV.com/AOTS for info on all of these concepts and more. Still ahead, additional show. Monkeys may or may not be involved, and I love monkeys. Stick around.
You're listening to Plans and Reveries by Black Gold. Their album Rush is in stores now. For more information, visit www.blackgoldmusic.com.
Go for it. Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. Guilty. Come on, get it down, Mom. Show Big Peter where it hurts.
There it comes.
That's
Go
a show.
to the all-new. That was a really good one. G4TV.com/AOTS for all the things you saw today and more.
Thanks to our guests, of course, Allison and Chris Gore, for coming on the show today. Bit of a program there, huh?
It was nice to have another Allison on.
Weird.
We totally bonded.
Next plays up next, everybody. Good night. Oh,
Oh, boy.
that happened. Yep.